Even AI can't make Donald Trump dance right.
Are the White House good tippers? Do you know?
Wait.
I know that was like a funny bit, but it kind of seemed like he wasn't going to tip her.
We love the farmer.
We love the farmer. Just that one guy. Frickin' love that guy. Old MacDonald, I love that man. He had a farm, did you know on that farm he had a chicken? Wow. And it went a cluck cluck here, and a cluck cluck there. Cluck everywhere. Hello lovely people, my name is Emma. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new. You guys heard the big news?
And the numbers came out yesterday. You know who's number one on TikTok? I am.
That's right, President Donald J. Trump, number one on TikTok. I'd love to rinse him fully for that hilarious misspeak. But the truth is, when TikTok was first getting popular here, I thought it was the name of a rapper. I only heard people talk about it in the context of music. Okay? Anyway, I've been hearing Trump so much recently going on and on about being number one on TikTok that I thought, A, I should find out if that's actually true, and B, we should see what all the fuss is about. What are people following him for? What does he post on TikTok? So I found this article on CNBC. The president added that he surpassed Taylor Swift, who he said was number 11 on the social media app. As of July 9th, CNBC says, Trump has 16.7 million followers on TikTok. Taylor Swift has a little over double Trump's TikTok following, sitting at 33.5 million followers. So that was a lie. He's not number one.
He's a very naughty boy!
He's not number one. The number one TikToker has 10 times Trump's following. Like most of the things that Trump gets wrong rather than outright lies about, clearly what's happened is somebody told him the true fact that he is the number one most followed world leader on TikTok, and his dementia brain has remembered some of the key information there and lost the rest of it. So he's telling everyone and thinking that he's number one on TikTok, which is bullshit. Even then, let's just remind ourselves that most world leaders don't have a TikTok account. Most world leaders are not spam posting to social media at 4 a.m. What it means for Trump to be number one on world leaders on TikTok, who can really say? I suspect he is mostly hate followed by people who are like, oh my god, what is he doing now? So with that claim tragically debunked, let's see what Trump is actually doing on TikTok. President's only following 2 accounts, Team Trump and JD Vance. Okay. Good news, everyone. There is a brand new update to my favorite game to play while I'm hard at work editing, and it is just my style. It's like it was made for me. This video sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Stick around for some epic free bonuses. There's a Wizard of Oz event happening. That's why I did that whole bit. There's a brand new event available right now called Echoes of Oz, starring the fabulous Dorothy Gale, her little dog Toto, and her friends Scarecrow, Tin Woodman, and the Cowardly Lion. Most importantly, you can claim the brand new champion Dorothy Gale for free just by logging in for 7 days, and log in for another 7 days to unlock extra gear and upgrades for Dorothy. Yes, she comes with Toto! What a good boy! There's a really cool event dungeon for Echoes of Oz where you take on Azilda the Wicked, who has an amazing hat. The thing that works best about Raid for me is the fact that you can metagame it super hard. You can really get down in the nitty-gritty and micromanage exactly who's on your team, how they synergize together, or if you're a little bit more of a casual, like me, you can auto-equip your gear, you can auto-battle. For example, today there's drop fever on the Spider's Den, so I've got my gang auto-battling spiders while my editor works on videos. Click the link in the description or scan my QR code to get some amazing bonuses only available via my link. You instantly get a huge starter pack with an insane legendary Narma the Returned. Plus you get another free legendary champion using one of the following promo codes. For Alice the Wanderer, use code GETALICE. For Cheshire Cat, use KITTYCUT. For Pelops the Victor, use SUPERVICTORY. And for Grand Oak Padre, use Wrath. I personally have a maxed out Alice the Wanderer on my team. I think she's a badass, but all of them are good choices. Plus, when you reach level 15, you get epic champion Chonoru from the Shadowkin faction. These champions are only available after downloading using my custom link or scanning my QR code. It's an amazing way to start your account, and it also helps out me in this channel. And of course, log in for 7 days to get the legendary champion Dorothy Gale for free. And this event is running from August 19th to November 19th. Thank you so much, I really appreciate it. I will see you there. Oh god, I can already see some AI shit. Okay, here is the most recent TikTok on President Donald J. Trump's account as of today.
This is a very exciting day for me, TikTok, because we have a new coin, a gold coin. This is the one that got me here, so I'm not gonna ever abandon it. But this is the new one. This is the one that got me here. I'll take the one that got me here.
What the fuck is he talking about? I'm guessing this is a coin that he sells, but if he's advertising the new coin, it's really weird for him to be like, but this one got me here, I'll take this old one over this new one that I'm excited about. Just bizarre, okay? Before that...
So these are the greatest race car drivers anywhere in the world. They win them all, every race, and they're going to be here in 41 days in Washington, and they're going to be on all over the place. I guess they're going to be on many of the great roads, but it's going to be surrounding the Capitol, right next to the White House. It's all free too. Can you believe it? Because of Roger Penske and Fox and General Motors, it's free. They're going to have 300,000, 400,000 people. It's free. 41 days from now at the White House. We'll see you then. Congratulations, fellas. Great job.
I love how little he knows about anything that's happening, even if it's like his event that he's kind of acting like he's set up and is really proud of and promoted. He's like, they're going to be driving all the roads, the great roads around the place. He doesn't even do a good job of pretending that he knows what he's talking about.
As I stand by the Declaration of Independence, which is a great honor, I keep hearing so much about TikTok and all of the influence they have, and that how it's...
My laughs are really peaking recently. Okay, that's better. First of all, shout out to whoever edits President Donald J. Trump official TikToks. The way that it cut to a close-up on him saying, which is a great honor, looked so much like it was taking the piss out of him. Second, there is something so hilariously incongruous about the president being like, as I stand here, that went a bit JFK for some reason. As I stand here in front of the Declaration of Independence, I'm thinking about TikTok. What? What are you talking about?
Unfair and how it's this and that, but here's the only problem.
The close-ups.
I'm number one on TikTok. Can you believe it? I'm number one. Look at those numbers. Billions and billions of people are looking at Trump, and I keep hearing about the influence other people have. I don't know. How come I'm number one if they have so much influence? Here's your number, so I think we have influence too, and I'm saying...
But he's not number one. He's not number one. I love that somebody has had to make this graphic look like a newspaper for him to read and hold up. That's so embarrassing. Just like to draw your attention to the description. I'm number one on TikTok. Stop communism. Let's see what this clearly AI horrifying doctor outfit video is going to be.
Have you or someone you know been diagnosed with TDS? The symptoms can be relentless. Fortunately, I'm Dr. Trump, and I have a treatment plan. Let's hear what some of my patients have to say.
I have been suffering for over a decade, and after listening to Dr. Trump, I can see some results.
Man, I've been suffering for years. I really didn't believe that was help out there. That was when I came across this video on TV.
I really thought I was a lost cause. This was gonna affect me for the rest of my life. But after using the treatment plan, I can see a difference.
I really wasn't sure I could help some of these people. They were so far gone, I wasn't really sure. I had no idea how much this was affecting my life. My work is slowed down.
Please can every celebrity in this horrific AI video come together and collectively sue Donald Trump for this representation of them? I think that would be great.
I'm hardly recognizable anymore.
Okay. People hate me because they're crazy. Sure thing, Grandpa. Whatever you say.
I'm so proud of Washington, D.C. It's a safe city now. It's really safe, actually, and one of the safest. A year and a half ago, it was just the opposite. And importantly, we fixed all of these beautiful statues and monuments and fountains, and we're getting rave reviews. We had vandals attack. One of the most beautiful jobs is called the Reflecting Pool, 2,000 feet.
Not only is the case against there's a case against a famous Olympian of vandalism, all of these vandalism accusations are very clearly misdirection, penalizing the public in order to maintain propaganda about just a botched monument restoration, which is so fascist, it's terrifying. The case against that specific guy was just thrown out. Hopefully they're going to be able to prevent future litigation of a similar nature, because it's obviously bullshit. So it's insane that he's still lying about that, but it's also deeply unsurprising, which is the other incredibly worrying thing about all of this. We're making DC safe and beautiful again. It's so beautiful. So it's now one of the safest places, and used to not be a year and a half ago. Let's see how much information we can find about that. I don't want... The thing is, it's really hard to find this sort of thing out, because most of the information about, the safety and crime ratings and things like that comes from the government website. And since the president himself is constantly lying on the internet, it's really hard to trust those sources, which is, again, terrifying. Oh, the inexorable rise of fascism. Okay, this is the DC crime data comparison. This is 2025 compared with 2026. 33% reduction in homicide, 2% rise in sex abuse, 40% rise in assault with a dangerous weapon. That doesn't sound safer. Violent crime total is up 4% then. Property crime is down 23%. So overall, if you factor in property crime, all crime is down 20%. But the fact that assault with a dangerous weapon is up 40% is something that I think Trump and his government are probably not mentioning. Should we hear him finish talking about the fake vandalism of the Reflecting Pool story?
Long, and they attacked it, but we're getting that fixed up. But I just want to say it's great to be in Washington. It's never looked better, and it's never been safer. Thank you very much.
It's never been I mean, it literally has been. We were just looking at the bottom of that page. They had like the 10-year reviews of the numbers of different crimes. And first of all, correlation doesn't equal causation. So I'm not saying that, and neither should he be. But it literally has been safer. If you're just going to use pure crime statistics, Washington has been safer. That doesn't mean it's not safe. It sounds generally like a safe place for locals and tourists. But he's being a little bit manipulative, isn't he? What's next?
Get ready, everybody, because on Wednesday, the 24th, coming up, 2 days, right away, we're going to have the biggest rally we've ever had. It's going to be on the National Mall. It's our music, our playlist. We don't have a lot of people boring you with songs that you don't want to hear. We have the hottest people, the hottest everything. It's going to be one of the best rallies we've ever done. Again, it's 7 o'clock, the 24th, which is Wednesday.
Why is he so orange? Is it rude of me to ask that? Like, it shouldn't matter compared with, the politics of it all and the lies. But it is weird, isn't it? Why is Trump's face orange? Former staff and housekeepers have reported that Trump regularly uses specific cosmetic face brands such as Bronx Colors concealer and applies them himself, leaving distinct rust-colored stains on clothing collars. Makeup professionals and dermatologists note the pale, uncolored skin circles around his eyes resemble the pattern left by protective goggles used during tanning beds or uneven self-tanner application. So it is because he paints his own skin orange. Good to know.
I don't know that in Paris, France, the Eiffel Tower, 1889 it was built. It was supposed to be taken down immediately after the World's Fair. And then they said, we sort of like it. Let's leave it up a little bit longer. And then they said, let's leave it up longer and longer and longer. Well, they never took it down. And, we're building something in front of the White House that's quite attractive to a lot of people. It's going to have the big UFC fight on June 14th. And I'm looking at it, and maybe we'll never, ever take it down.
His little UFC fight marquee is going to be as popular as the Eiffel Tower and become an Eiffel Tower-esque monument. It's a little delusional.
I'm knocking some of these Democrats. They're really like dumb people. And I said, they should be called Democrats. It's only a one-letter change. Think of it. No E, and you put a U in. They're Democrats.
Didn't Trump go on a whole thing about how there's actually a B in dumb, and not many people know that? He's forgotten that by now. Or maybe this was beforehand. He should have redone the video, but added in a B as well. What a valuable political insight. Mr. President, thank you so much.
Welcome back to our final broadcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I have so many questions. Listen, you Americans are supposed to be very litigious. Why is CBS not suing Trump for this? We live in an insane world where it is not surprising that the President of the United States would post an AI video like that, putting a host in a bin because they report the truth about Trump not being the most amazing man in the whole world. Everybody loves him. Second, oh my god, even AI can't make Donald Trump dance right. And third, was that YMCA? Why was that YMCA? Why is so much of what Trump does and says so homoerotic? There's nothing wrong with being gay, okay? Granted, not according to a lot of Trump followers, which is why there's something kind of incongruent there. Incongruent is my word of the day for some reason. I think just because this Trump TikTok world is so bizarre. I feel like he's, danced around to YMCA before. Does he not know what it's about? Is there something going on there that we don't know?
I just got back from China. I met with President Xi. He's out there working hard, and we had a good time together. I will tell you, we also accomplished a lot for our respective countries, China and the USA. Thank you.
We had a good time together. Da, 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 da. Young man, you love President Xi, I said, young man. I love that he's like, our respective countries, the USA and China. Like he's proud of himself for remembering what countries that he and President Xi are in charge of. Fucking hell.
I hope you're going to put him out of business tomorrow. I'm in the Oval Office, and we're in a fight against the worst congressman in the history of our country. His name is Thomas Massie. He's from Kentucky. I hope you're going to put him out of business tomorrow. He is so bad. Got an election coming up. He's running against a great guy, a great patriot, Ed Gilrain. He's fantastic. But forget that. Massey's the worst congressman in the history of our country, always voting against Republicans and good values. So get rid of Thomas Massey.
I feel like there's nothing that could galvanize Trump haters into voting for somebody he doesn't like more than Trump being like, I hate this guy. This guy is the worst. Get rid of this guy. I feel like that sort of plan could backfire.
So I'm in China. We had the greatest CEOs in the whole world. We had about 30 of them, and they were pitching President Xi on doing business in China. I think they were successful.
I better let the American people... Is he getting paid by China? Like, what's going on? Why is the American president posting on TikTok about how he's having such an amazing time in China? He loves President Xi. President Xi just had an amazing meeting with all these CEOs who are pitching business in China, and I think they're going to be successful. I love China. Stop communism. I don't understand.
These are our great, brave astronauts. They're in the Oval Office, and we're sort of rewarding them with some beautiful medals and other things. Their families are here. That's their big reward. We love their families, and we love them, and congratulations. Great job. Unbelievable.
The families are here. That's a great reward. Yeah. Lucky them. They get some medals and something. There's not even anything about their work, what they've done, their work, their achievements. It's just like, they're astronauts. They're so lucky to be here. Their families are here. I like their families.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. I have a DoorDash order for you, Mr. President.
I heard you picked up an extra $11,000 that you didn't get because the tax bill was so big. The refund was the biggest you've ever had. Is that a correct statement?
It definitely was.
And are the White House good tippers? Do you know?
Wait.
Yes, very.
Come on, everyone. Let's eat. Have a cheeseburger.
I know that was like a funny bit, but it kind of seemed like he wasn't going to tip her. It seemed like he wasn't going to tip her at all until somebody mentioned it.
Hey, farmers, it's your favorite all-time president. There's no question about it. I've done more for you than any other president by far, and big things are coming down the line for you. We love the farmer.
We love the farmer. Just that one guy. Freaking love that guy. Old MacDonald, I love that man. He had a farm. Did you know on that farm he had a chicken? Wow. So many chickens. And it went a cluck cluck here. And a cluck cluck there. Cluck everywhere. Stupid. I bet farmers aren't loving the price of diesel right now.
Ronaldo, you're the greatest of all time. We need you in America. Get going right now. We need you fast.
love you. Please come to America. We need you. He's gay. Come on. He's at least a bit gay. I'm not generally an anti-cringe person. I think if you want to be cringe, you freaking go for it and live your life. I'm very cringe in a lot of ways, but there is something just over the cringe line about the US president making a fan self-insert video of himself playing football with Ronaldo. It's just a little bit too much for me.
Hello guys, I'm with my favorite president, the best president of all time.
And I'm with the queen of rap.
I'll be honest, I don't listen to a lot of rap, but if there was one thing that could put me off Nicki Minaj more than I already was, it would be this.
To all of those young people of TikTok, I saved TikTok, so you owe me big, and now you're looking at me in the Oval Office, and someday one of you are going to be sitting right at this desk, and you're going to be doing a great job also.
Very, on the nose to be like, young people, I did this thing for you, so you owe me big. You gotta support me now.
He will close the border. He will keep the boys out of girls' sports. He will be a protector of women, and it's why I'm voting for him.
Not to beat a dead horse, but if he's such a protector of women, where are the unredacted Epstein files?
I just received word about Joe Rogan's endorsement. He's a fantastic guy, and it's a great honor to receive it. Thank you, Joe, very much.
Why is it that every insane person or thing keeps being backed up by Joe Rogan? There's probably a real answer to that question out there that might be reached by a psychiatrist or an expert on drugs. I'm just saying. And also, when was this? Like 2014? I mean, 2014. Jesus Christ, imagine. 2024. Since time of that endorsement, like many Trump fans, even Joe Rogan has said, "Ooh, I disagree with him on a lot of things that he has done," and has spoken about regretting that endorsement and how crazy some of Trump's choices have been. So we're already back in 2024. Trump doesn't even post that much on TikTok for like bragging about being #1. Wow, that is super cursed. I love that every caption is written in capital letters. It's written in all caps, even though it can't be Trump that posts to this. Oh, I suppose it could. I mean, he does like clearly post his own rants to Truth Social, but there's something about this that is slightly polished in a way that makes me feel like he records what he wants. Maybe sometimes somebody says, "Oh, Trump, Mr. President, let's do a video about this thing that's happening today, or this event coming up in a week," and then he says what he wants, and he's like, "And I just made this cool AI video. Look, I'm playing football with Ronaldo. You gotta put that in there. The people are gonna love it." Sorry, I'll stop doing that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's easier to make a TikTok video than I think. How incredibly cursed. So to wrap up, President Donald J. Trump, not #1 on TikTok. Or TikTok, unless that is some new platform that I'm not yet familiar with. Is #1 out of world leaders on TikTok. Most world leaders not being on TikTok because they're, busy. Definitely doesn't have more followers than Taylor Swift. 10 times fewer followers than the actual #1 on TikTok. And his posts are creepy, cringe, and full of lies. Thank you so much for watching, folks. Do like this video if you liked it. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss future videos. Make sure you check out today's sponsor using the link down below. Get yourself all those bonuses for Raid. Remember, if you do so using my link or my QR code, that helps me and this channel out. Another way to help my channel and what I do here is via the Patreon, patreon.com/EmmaThorneVideos. With that, I must give a big old shout out to my giant chickens and colossal quackers over on Patreon. Especially Conla. God damn it, Conla. Conla, he's everywhere. Not good. The people don't like him. They don't like Conla. Conla, he's everywhere. God damn it, they say. God damn it, Conla. Da, da, da. Most importantly, have yourselves a very lovely week, and I will see you really soon.